Witam wszystkich serdecznie, z tej strony Drakonikus i zapraszam na kolejny odcinek z gry Starfield. Kontynuujemy naszą misję. Zaczynamy dokładnie w tym samym punkcie, w którym ostatnio zakończyliśmy ostatni odcinek. I naszym celem jest dolecieć na Vigilance. Mamy zameldować się na Vigilance, więc wybieramy go na mapie. Z mojej strony takie krótkie przypomnienie, nie zapomnijcie subskrybować, komentować i oceniać. Zapraszam również na Discorda. Was to niewiele kosztuje ta subskrypcja, a mi naprawdę bardzo motywuje do pracy nad kolejnymi odcinkami. I nie ukrywajmy, sprawia mi przyjemność te rosnące subskrypcje. Poza tym, jeśli chcę rozwijać kanał, no to te subskrypcje jednak będą potrzebne. Dobra, ustalamy kurs tutaj. I lecimy. Dłuższego czasu już chciałem wstąpić do tej frakcji piratów.
Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are cleared to land at Cydonia.
Chciałem wstąpić do tej frakcji piratów z tego prostego powodu, że chcę się trochę zająć przemycaniem pewnych rzeczy, a do tego potrzebuję ukrytych ładowni i zakłócaczy skanerów. I dokujemy. Poinformować ich, że dostaliśmy się do frakcji.
And we are locked in.
Jakie będziemy mieć kolejne zadania?
Time to tell Cora we're back.
Commander Conde wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend on the Regana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Hello.
Już nam tu powie.
We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part.
I hate to say it. Sometimes folks gotta die. But this was not one of those situations.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem. They are mercenaries for hire. If they are paid enough money, Ecliptic would attack the Vigilance. It wasn't terribly difficult to convince them to attack an isolated Crimson Fleet ship. Just expensive. But a gamble that hopefully paid off. On that note, how did things go with Neva? Were you able to join the fleet? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, You pass your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
Właśnie.
The Vigilance is equipped with one of the most advanced intelligence suites in the UC fleet. Nothing slips through. You can rest assured, if the Crimson Fleet had any access to our whereabouts or have infiltrated our security, we'd know. As long as you're here, your identity is safe.
Mam nadzieję.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
Ugh, no one said there was gonna be homework.
I assure you, there is only information that is pertinent to the mission. Our dossiers are designed to be succinct. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It's certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Tak troszkę głupio mi z tym, że działam na tak dwa fronty jako podwójny agent, no ale cóż. Chcemy zdobyć te ładownie osłaniane.
Your ship smells so much better than Dad's? Like a lot.
Teraz sobie jeszcze przeczytamy dane. Podejdziemy do kokpitu. Zobaczymy, co się dowiemy. Będzie w notatkach. Tylko musimy to znaleźć w tym moim gąszczu.
Listen up, scumbags. The assholes are on the move, and we've gotta be ready. No, not the UC, not the Freestar Collective. The ones that matter. Pirates, mercs, and those religious nut jobs. We always knew there were some places left over from the Colony War. Bases...
Niwa. 32 lata, choleryczna, kapryśna, zaciekła, wybuchowa. Niwa Mora urodziła się i wychowała w Neonie. Została sierocona w młodym wieku. Większość młodzieńczych lat spędziła w areszcie za różne przestępstwa, począwszy od zwyczajnych napaści, a skończywszy na wielkich rozbojach. Była też częstym gościem więzienia Sysobu. W wieku 22 lat ukryła się w transportowcu lecącym do miasta Aquila, skąd ostatecznie trafiła do Karmazynowej floty. Suplement. W miarę gromadzenia kolejnych informacji o Karmazynowej flocie w terminalu komandora kannego będą się pojawiać dodatkowe profile. I Delgado. 44 lata, sprytny, przebiegły, ostrożny, wyrachowany. Delgado pochodzi z miasta Aquila, gdzie mimo wychowania w bogatej rodzinie szybko zszedł na przestępczą drogę. Rodzice wyrzucili go z domu, mając nadzieję, że wpłynie to na jego zachowanie. W istocie tak się stało. Zaczął popełniać więcej przestępstw, kończąc na kradzieży statku ładunkowego, który pozwolił mu zdobyć miejsce w Karmazynowej flocie. Delgado jest przebiegłym, sprytnym przywódcą, który stroni od pochopnych osądów. Trzyma Karmazynową flotę krótko, ale daje swoim piratom wystarczająco dużo swobody, by mogli robić to, co potrafią najlepiej. Adler Kemp. Porywczy, kompetentny, doświadczony, 45 lat. Adler dowodzi statkiem karmazynowej floty operującym w Cydonii. Jego porywczość sprawia, że łatwo go sprowokować, przez co wielokrotnie brał udział w bójkach. Mimo tej wady jest zaprawionym w bojach kapitanem i często korzysta z tego doświadczenia, by wywinąć się z trudnych sytuacji. Będzie się to rozwijać. Dobra, no to lecimy. Lecimy na Crux. Czy Kryx? Kryx? Chyba się to nazywa. Odblokujmy przede wszystkim.
Ship's clear.
To nas dość daleka droga. Bezpośrednio się nie dostaniemy. Przecież dostaniemy się z czajem. No i lecimy.
It's us among the stars again, Captain.
Must have been a good jump. We're still in one piece.
Okej, przeskanujmy sobie planetkę. Mało zasobów. I lądujemy na kluczu.
The key acknowledging fleet vessel. Welcome home.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
God, you cut. Get out of my face.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? I don't care. Time is money and you've wasted both. That ends today. Clear? But all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. Hell yeah, it is. Just watch your back when you do. Cred sticks tend to disappear around here, if you catch my meaning.
Are we on the same station? Sure, just take a quick cat nap. You'll be missing a kidney or two.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Chętnie pozwiedzamy.
All right. History time. So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key? Cute, huh? Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aww. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot.
wiedzieć.
These doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lot. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, neighbor. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Ray? I'm working on it, all right? I just ran into a few complications. But trust me, he's as good as dead.
So you say. We'll see about that. Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. Pursuing Rake is costing us a small fortune.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort. It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Legion would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core. Fine by me. There's plenty of others who do. You do less, you make less. It's a pretty simple equation. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been
You check out the Reckoner's core.
Oh,
She's
and
a
you're
beaut,
welcome,
ain't she?
Nev.
A zobaczmy, ile tu płacą. Okej. Każde jest to samo? Tak, pewnie to samo. Dobra, wróćmy jeszcze. Bo mnie bardzo interesuje, co tu mają na sprzedaż.
Fine. Not like I have anything better to do.
Zasoby, wspomagacze. Okej.
They're done here? Great.
So there
Mamy.
I am. You see security
My
on
prices
my
may
tail
be high.
and my
Hey,
grab
I'm always ready to take credits off your hands.
Uzbrojenie. Kasy ma całkiem sporo, więc będziemy mogli tu sprzedawać sobie. Okej, czyli są takie dotające statystyki.
The fattest leech I've ever seen.
Always a
Worm
pleasure.
nearly got me dusted.
Let's see what we have now. What'll it be, friend? Buying, selling? The Trade Authority takes anything and everything. The fleet's got an impressive commerce system. They even managed a legitimate doctor among their ranks. Business on the Key is like no other. It's the sole reason I'm here. For the credits. Not everyone thinks so. I'm still Trade Authority, not a part of the fleet. There are a few, Neva included, that see me as an outsider. Regardless, as long as the fleet has goods to push, the Trade Authority will always maintain a presence on the Key. I was hoping you'd say that.
Jakieś śmieci ma.
You find anything of value, bring it here first.
Ale mnie interesuje ani od ulepszeń.
Smuggling beats a real job any day.
Gdzie ją znajdę? Ship service tutaj.
Ship services? You need it, I've got it. So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good. Neva's the only one who calls me that, amongst other things. To you and everyone else, it's just plain old Jazz. Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas. She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own.
Partnerki.
There's no one better to have your back. It may not be wider, but it's not on the books, if that's what you're getting at. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands. So if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked. No. You buy from me, you're worry-free. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for business. Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business. Serious enough that you don't have a chance in hell? Neva's got a fire in her. The kind you only see in an engine pushed to its limit. She doesn't half-ass a damn thing, and I love her for it.
Okay.
Sure. It's not like I'm busy keeping this rust bucket of a station from falling apart. I bet you would. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look.
Dobra. I zobaczmy, co takiego tu mają. Bardzo by mi zależało przede wszystkim na tych dodatkowych ładowniach. I moglibyśmy sobie je zamontować na przykład tu. Mogła być tu. Myślę, że to jest dobre miejsce. Po jednej albo po drugiej stronie. A tutaj byśmy mogli ten skaner i zobaczmy, czego mają. No, na pewno mają lepsze bronie. Ale mnie chodzi o wyposażenie. Zakłócacz skanerów, właśnie. Jednozakresowy, najsłabszy. Na lepsze będziemy musieli sobie niestety poczekać. No i jeszcze tą ładownię. Pojemność 190. A może bym ją gdzieś z tyłu zamieścił? Zobaczmy, jak wygląda sytuacja z tyłu za statkiem. Może na przykład tu? A tu co by mogli nam poradzić jeszcze? Moglibyśmy dwie takie ładownie walnąć. Ale czy to ma sens? Jakieś fajne zakończenie. No to w miarę fajnie wygląda. Ale na razie wystarczy tak. No i chodźmy porozmawiać z tym Elgato całym.
As long as you put the fleet first, we won't have any. Been hearing some stuff about the Mantis being back.
Our other new recruit.
If I ever find that bastard, the things I...
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Yeah, Don't worry, Dale. This one knows how to follow orders.
Perfect. Then we can move on.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvorov for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC SysDef. You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy. Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Hey, I've done my fair share of treasure hunting. Never panned out. But I'm sure this time is gonna be different.
Sounds like someone wants to get down to business. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Posłuchajmy go jeszcze.
I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting. When you... well, if you get back to the key, I am sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for. Yeah, what is it? There is no deal. You and Mathis are two sides of the same coin. A couple of rooks fighting for a spot in the fleet. Only problem is that he is down a ship and you are not, which puts you ahead. Just barely. Who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky and you won't make it off Suvorov in one piece. It's cold. Bitter cold. Just about the last place you would want to find yourself without heat. The few living things that can survive the extreme temperatures are constantly fighting to stay at the top of the food chain. The Crimson Fleet called Suvorov the White Hell. To me, it's paradise. Someone up here pisses me off enough, I send them down to the surface for a little overnight visit. Snaps them right back into line. The UC built the lock as a Supermax prison a little under... well, it must have been at least 100 years ago. Before that, those concha de sus madres marooned prisoners on the planet's surface and left them to their own devices. As you can imagine, these turned into some kind of demented survival of the fittest. Prisoners killing each other for a chance at the meager supplies. Luckily, some whistleblowers back in New Atlantis saw this as cruel and unusual punishment and pressured the UC into building the facility. 5 years after the prison was completed, Crix touched off the riots that overran the lock and eventually the key. Nobody knows exactly what went down. I mean, there's all sorts of rumors. Crix was in prison for almost 5 years, and judging from the look of the facility, every moment must have been miserable. I suppose he just got fed up and decided to take matters into his own hands. Got the prisoners behind him and kept pushing until he reached the key. The cojones on that guy. UC's toughest Supermax prison, and he just waltzed the hell out of there like it was nothing. I would love to have been a part of that. Fine, then get moving.
Okej. Mamy kolejne zadanie. Patrzę, jeszcze coś ciekawego tu nie znajdę, ale dobra, olejmy to. Idziemy na dół. Chodźmy do naszego statku.
We may not have official security.
To jest mózg całej operacji. Dobra, gdzie tu jest to wyjście?
Yeah?
No jakoś stąd przyszliśmy. Winda, druga winda. Centrum operacyjne. Otwierz się. No, czego się nie chce teraz otworzyć? No. Czyli dwie windy do centrum operacyjnego. Dobra, wrzućmy sobie, tu jest wyjście.
This is exactly what I pictured of the Crimson Fleet.
Będziemy pomału kończyć, ale chcę się jeszcze dowiedzieć dwóch rzeczy. A dokładnie przeczytać sobie opis zadania.
Are you looking to start something? 'Cause I'll finish it.
I sprawdzić, jak się dostać do tej ładowni.
Hello.
A, nie to chciałem. Miałem stać. Okej, chciałbym jakąś tą, czy R. Trzeba się dostać do tej osłanianej ładowni. Jest jakiś osobny przycisk do tego.
You're handling this whole captain thing really well, you know.
Dobra, gdybym chciał wrzucić coś. Jak się dostać do tej ładowni? Mamy tutaj tą ładownię. Jakby podwójną. Ale nie wiem, jak się dostać do tej... Tu też nie ma żadnego opisu. Tylko łamacz osłon i ekwipunek. Nie mam pojęcia, jak się dostać. Będę musiał się doczytać, jak się dostać do tej ładowni ukrytej, aby tam składować przedmioty. A teraz jeszcze sprawdźmy, o co w tym zadaniu chodzi. Aha. I już teraz mamy echa przyszłości, kolejny quest. To zadanie chyba odrzucimy. Nie będziemy bić naszych. A na chwilę obecną kończymy odcinek. Troszeczkę krócej dzisiaj, całe 5 minut. Dziękuję Wam za uwagę i do zobaczenia w kolejnych odcinkach. Rozum i Drakonikus. Trzymajcie się. Cześć.